25 minutes of puzzles as usual. I will start the timer now. Queen d6 check. Isn't that okay? Bishop d7 only move. I have bishop g5 check. I have bishop g5 check too. Okay. Queen d6 check. Bishop d7 block. Bishop g5 check. Rook takes g5. Queen f8 check. King takes knight. What's this? The knight is unprotected. That's a problem. And there's a mate in one on my king on g2, so I have to be quick. Feels like this is just some mating patterns that I'm not totally familiar with. Maybe bishop g5 first. If king d7, queen d6 would be checkmate. Okay, bishop g5, rook takes. The knight being unprotected, the knight on c7 being unprotected makes things tricky, I think. Okay, bishop g5 check. I think it's the most forcing move. Ah. Okay. Whew. Am I going to fail this puzzle? What am I missing here? Knight takes pawn. Huh? Queen d6 check. Bishop d7 blocks. Oh, I see it now. Yeah. Doesn't matter if the king takes the knight, because the queen can always goes back and then gives a checkmate. Okay, I think I got it now. Okay, just making sure the difference between the move order. If I go queen check first, blocks, and then bishop g5, check, and takes the knight, check, the king has an escape square of c8. So I think bishop g5 first with a force takes, and then queen here with a force takes, and then here checkmate. Okay, this should be it. Holy shit. Yeah. Okay, let's change the sound as well. Sound. Let's use a standard. White to move. Check. If the rook is not here, rook takes h7 check. If rook is not there, it's immediately checkmate. So if I can find some way to move the rook, or to block the rook from protecting h7, then I think that would be ideal. The rook is protected by the queen. My king is pretty safe. Queen e8. Or I can also attack h7 twice. Let's say to fire queen g8. Queen g8, block. Fire queen g8 here. Okay, what's the best defense here? Here. Then queen here, here. The king can always take. There's also one. Okay, let's see. The most forcing move would be check and check. Check. Takes. Oh, one other way would be if I can put my queen here, that would be a checkmate too. Fire b8 square and then diagonally comes here. Okay, let's see. What is the best move after this? What can be blocked? The only pawn move? Takes. Now the queen is protecting this. Oh! There's also another square of h5. If I can put my queen here, that looks devastating. Here, maybe I utilize the pin over here. Okay, I think here the rook is pinned, so I can attack the rook. Okay. Here, what will black do? If black doesn't do anything over here, this will be a checkmate, so black has to take probably. Either that or block. If block, I can simply take the rook. Okay, let's consider queen here, takes, and then rook takes, we check. If rook takes, I take the queen. Yeah, I take the queen. Yeah, if king takes, then I checkmate. I simply takes the rook with my queen. I think that should be it. What's black's best defense here? Here simply takes. Here, can the queen do anything over here? If here, then I simply takes the rook. Will my king be in trouble though? I think it's fine for now, because I can always take this pawn. Okay, let's try that. It could be wrong though. Let me double check. Here. What if the queen simply protects? Then there should be a checkmate. Okay, let's do it. What's that move? Oh, oh, okay. I think I simply takes on a7. Yeah, get the queen. Okay, that's good. Let's explore some variation. Let's say I was thinking along the line of queen takes. Okay, actually attack anyway. Yeah, this is almost mate. Oh, I get a queen as well. Okay, let's go on next. One avenue of check. The only avenue of check. I mean, there's this, but it feels stupid. Okay, queen b7. Yeah. Three ways of blocking: queen e4, rook e4, or rook g2. Looks like interesting combinations. Okay, let's consider this. Queen back. Now the queen is pinned. If I take the rook, he can simply take my queen. If I take the queen, rook takes. Now what? Queen b7 looks promising. Let's say, for example, rook blocks. I can immediately, takes this rook first with check, and then queen takes, and then I can attack the rook, though it can be defended. Or it can also be okay. I was thinking of a quiet move as well, threatening checkmate. The only way to defend is with the queen, but I'm wary of this check over here, which can be easily perpetual. But what if I move the other rook like this? Okay, let's consider this. Mate in 1, the threat of this. The only defense here is here. Then what? Okay, when the queen moves back, finally insert this check. Now the queen have no avenue to block in this diagonal from here. This could be it. Okay, let's calculate. The reason I use this rook instead of the rook on file 8, because I still want to guard my back rank to avoid any check. So rook 1 c2, the only sensible defend to defend the h2 pawn. Now I insert the check on b7. The difference here is that the queen on h4 has no access to this diagonal to block this check, which makes the only move is, let's say, rook e4. I can simply take with the queen, and the other blocks is rook g2, which my rook is now pointing at this. I can simply take with checkmate. I think that's the solution. I don't think there's any counterplay. Except for this. Oh, but it's guarded by the queen. Okay, I think this will be the computer's reply. Anyway, let's try this. Okay, yes. Yes. Let's go through a few lines. Let's say queen here is mate in 3. Yeah, the only desperado blocks. Here, mate. What else? Yeah, the other desperate block. Like this. Oh, now there's no queen. What if I do this anyway? Yeah, I'm winning anyway. Okay, let's go next. He just take my bishop, so I'm one piece down. I feel like my bishop and my queen is pointing at the king. If I can do something about this, if I can add one extra pressure, maybe if my rook is here, if I have 2 moves, my rook is here, and then threaten the check on this. Is there time to take the... Could there possibly be a sacrifice? Takes. If these 2 squares guarded somehow, if I have a knight here, but doesn't seem to be that way, I can simply deliver a checkmate. Okay, let's say queen takes, rook here, king hides here. I think it's pretty safe. I don't have any dark square bishop to attack the king, so I don't think that's the solution. One thing to note is that when I move my rook, when the rook is moved, this square is pinned. Not sure if it's relevant for now. Okay, let's see what happens if I capture here with my rook. 6 pawn, 6 pawn is simply equal. So there has to be something more powerful. Okay, now I also see an access to this square because, as I mentioned, if I move my rook, this pawn on g6 is pinned, so I can slide my rook over to h5, attacking the h6 square twice. Now I'm still thinking of this option. Takes. Yeah, it won't work anyway, because can simply take. Now the king is on h6, it's not pinned anymore. The pawn on g6 is not pinned anymore. What about rook takes e5? How would... Okay, what if king here? I was thinking how would white prevent me from going here, but king here seems to be pretty safe. You can just take. What else? What else can I do? I ran out of ideas. Maybe this idea is still strong. Sliding over my rook. Even if queen moves, queen takes. King whatever, checkmate. Here. What can he do? How can he defend? Now this question. Pawn moves is not a visible one because I can simply takes. Because of the pin of the bishop. There's no pawn moves. The knight can go back to defend. Simply takes. I'm inclined to give this a shot, honestly. More direct approach. Let's say here. King here. Queen takes. Okay. Here, if they don't do anything, maybe here. Queen takes. Here. Actually, no. Rook here. Rook here, let's say. Queen takes. This is the only move. This is also checkmate. Ah, this looks like here. Let's say king here. Queen takes. Here is a checkmate. G8 is a checkmate. This is the only move. Now I can use my pawn to attack. I think this is much stronger. There's no way to defend a6 unless I miss something super big. Can the queen move over? Somewhere around here or here maybe? So, okay, I think this one could possibly prevent it. Okay, let's just calculate this one, this line. And queen e6, for example, takes. No, they can't even allow me to do that because if the king stays here, it's just a mate in. Yeah, mate in 2. Okay, what if the rook moves away? Rook here, queen takes here. This is a checkmate too. Okay, so basically the king has to move. Let's just calculate a little bit deeper. King, check. King here. Takes with knight. Takes a pawn. Let's say queen, king takes. I have my rook coming in. I think, okay, I'm running out of time. I'm going to make the move. Oh. Yeah, let's calculate. Let's take a look at the lines. The line I was thinking of was something like here. Yeah, this should be devastating. Don't even take the pawn. Rook coming in, still winning. Yeah, what's the follow-up? Okay, let's say X. Okay, I'm already out of piece with the knight and the pawn removed. Okay, that's about 25 minutes. I'm going to stop now. 4 puzzle solves, not too bad, with a little bit of depth in calculation as well. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next puzzle.